Good day, Zach. Doing
Good, how are you?
good. First of all, I was hoping, if you don't mind, to take us back to the night you were hurt, what the play, and I think you tried to come back later on in the game. Like, how did that all play out for you?
Just a point shot got deflected, hit me in the cheek, and broke a few bones in my cheek and orbital area. So it wasn't the jaw. I don't know where the jaw came from. It was cheek, orbital bone, a couple spots. Wasn't bleeding, so I thought it was all right. Then it puffed up, swelled up too much, couldn't play, and then obviously got some pictures done and then showed a few breaks.
So coming back to play, how is it different coming back from sort of a facial injury than if you have a groin or a ankle or something like that? Because obviously the rest of your body is fine, right? But you're
You still get to skate once the bone starts to get a little sticky and heal. You can start skating again. So the skating aspect isn't too hard. It's just you got to wear a shield. I haven't worn anything over my face in 15, 16 years, so that was a little bit of an adjustment period. But you got to do what you got to do to play, and I'll have to wear that for a week or so, and that's that.
Is it just just feel unusual to have something?
Yeah, it feels different for sure. It's like I said, you go from not wearing anything to wearing something. It's a little different, but I found the bubbles a little better than the cage with all the wiring, and you see them with your eyes. Your eyes can relax a little bit better with the fishbowl.
Zach, when they first happened, they said you're going to be out 4 weeks to 8 weeks, which seems like an awful difference in timeline, and yet you came back in 4. Was there something in there that would have made it 8 weeks?
I could have had surgery done on it, which would have maybe prolonged me coming back a little longer, but they left it up to me. It was a cosmetic thing. I told them I had a face for radio as it was. I wasn't getting any prettier, so it was just a matter of less than a centimeter. My cheek would have, has sunken in a little bit, so you notice a little bit when I smile, but we opted not to do the surgery.
Now, they always say when people have to wear the face shield that you can't see the puck in your feet. Is that?
I don't find the bubble that bad. I've never worn a bubble before, but Connor mentioned it. I tried it. I liked it a lot better than the cage. Like I said, the wiring I found was a little hard on the eyes, but it is what it is. Obviously, I wouldn't, in an ideal world, you could take it off right now, but obviously there's cautionary reasons you have to consider, and I'll have to wear it in order to play, and obviously I want to play, so I'm just going to have to deal with it.
It looks like Archibald might come back and play. Do you look at that and say, man, he's been out a long time and no training camp, and that's going to be tough for him?
If anyone could do it, it's Arch. He's he keeps himself in shape. He keeps care of himself. He's in shape year-round. It's not like he needs training camp to get in it. He's had a good couple weeks here of skating. I think his timing might be the one thing that might take a few games to get back, but like I said, if there's a guy that can do it, it's definitely Arch, and I know he's chomping at the bit to get in. Hopefully he can get in, and we could use him. He's a great player. He has been a great player for us, and he definitely give us a boost. One
last question. Are you one of those people that looks at the out-of-town scoreboard, just fans and media?
No, I look. Depends what night, depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm a little busy, but other nights... No, you definitely look, especially normally with a couple months left in the season, you start to track, and you definitely care about if teams are winning. You obviously try to take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. You win your own games, kind of taking care of your own business. But no, you're definitely cheering for some teams on some nights.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Zach, just a couple questions for me. You got a couple of critical goals the last game, from secondary scoring from Cody and Malone. How important is that going forward for you guys to get that secondary scoring, especially with, Ryan still being out and Yessi being out?
Yeah, it's huge. I've said that many times. Whenever the bottom six can chip in with goals, it just gives everybody energy. Obviously, Connor and Leon get leaned on heavily to produce, and they do produce most nights. But for the bottom six guys to just chip in goals here and there, it just helps you win. It's never a negative fact on the game. If the bottom six is scoring, it's normally on a positive side. So if we can continue to do that, and then have the big guys still go at the rate they're going, I think it just makes us a better team.
And obviously, getting a goal from a guy like Brad Malone, helps the end result. But does it do anything emotionally for the team to see a guy like that, or anybody on the third, fourth line, I guess, score? Does it? I don't know. Is it emotionally mean anything more? Like, does the team get more energized, I guess, during the game to see somebody like that score?
Definitely. I think it's one thing, Connor Leon, they score every night, it seems like, but get a guy like Bugsy comes up, he hasn't played in the NHL a while. He's a hard worker. He's kind of an old school type player. For him to get a goal, definitely everyone on the bench. I know we were all pretty fired up for him. It's nice to see. It's definitely different than a high-end super skill guy scoring. I think it gives a whole nother element of energy to a team.
Zach, just curious, with the type of injury that you had here and the way you play the game, like you're a guy, you stand up for teammates, you get into scraps if you have to, you've never shied away from that. Do guys generally respect when you're coming back from an injury like that? Do you have to be more careful with that element of your game just due to the nature of the injury that you suffered?
No, bones heal. It's the bones, something that once they're healed, a lot of the time they heal stronger. So once the cage is off, you can't tippy-toe around it all. Obviously, you have to wear that bubble for a certain period of time until it is considered, or the percentages go fairly high, 95% of it not happening again. And once that, you can't be scared of something like that happening again. It's a fluke. I've played in the league for a long time, never got hit in the face before with a puck or a stick for even that matter. So things happen out there. It is what it is, moves on, bones heal. Once the timeline's complete, it comes off and you continue on like it's a normal day.
You had Niemelainen in the lineup for a little bit. He's a big guy, plays physical. Malone comes in and does his thing. You're back. As you look around you, do you feel like your team, Evander Kane's doing what he's doing? Do you feel like you guys are, as a group, kind of pushing the ball forward a little bit, playing a little heavier as a group?
Yeah, we talked about that. It's definitely something we're going to have to continue to bring, especially in the final stretch here. Games are going to get tough, and we know where we're sitting in the standings. We're kind of the outside looking in. Every game's kind of going to be a playoff-style game, and if we can bring that type of element to our game, it's only going to help our team, especially playing at home, getting the fans involved. I think that's an element if we bring, it's only going to help us. It's definitely not going to hurt us.